Hello everyone. Today I wanted to take a quick video regarding fault code on a Hyundai i20 car, which is related to coolant temperature sensor, engine coolant temperature sensor, and I wanted to show as to how I help with the information regarding circuits, electrical circuits, to a mechanic, a general mechanic who has a scanner. So last time I was speaking about launch scanner, so I wanted to uh, give launch an indication as to what kind of information a mechanic would expect, so that you might provide the mechanics who has the scanner with this kind of information that makes their life easy. So the very first thing I wanted to show is I do have the capture of or the a file that I have stored from a mechanic who had this issue. So let me quickly show that. So I'm trying to take the or pick up the file that was long time back. I think it was last year 2020 March, I guess March or April. So let me quickly check on that. 2020 April, I guess so. So this was on a Hyundai car. Yes, so here is the file. What we had was, so these are the two codes that the mechanic had. Customer brought the vehicle for a fault or for a complaint, and the complaint the customer has given is that the AC is not working. That's the only complaint that the customer gave to the mechanic. Customer did not know anything. Of course, the check engine lamp was lighting, but customer never minded that. So he came to the mechanic saying the AC is not functioning. That's when this customer called me. Sorry, this mechanic called me, and already he has taken the hooked up the scanner, launch scanner, and then taken the codes. So he got two codes indicating that there is a fault in engine coolant temperature, and also there was a CAN code in engine coolant temperature sensor circuit. So these are the two codes, P0118, and the next one was P1687. So then he called me, and just going over the codes, I knew exactly what happened. And I asked the mechanic if the fan was running continuously, the radiator fan was running continuously when the engine was started. And the mechanic said yes, and he doesn't get the AC as per the customer's complaint. So customer complaint was verified. Then we come into the diagnostic part. So he had a complete scan on all the modules, and all are normal as you see. So these are the only two codes that we need to attend to. One is the engine coolant temperature sensor, sorry, sir, engine coolant temperature circuit high input, and the second one is engine coolant temperature sensor circuit CAN signal. So these are interrelated. So CAN signal is interrelated to how is the AC control module, or whatever is controlling the AC, will take the input from the engine coolant temperature sensor signal, input from engine coolant temperature sensor. So that signal or that value is translated into the value required for the AC to switch on. So this is how it is related. So I asked the mechanic, because it is showing as a circuit high input, I just wanted to draw a simple circuit as to how it appears on the wiring diagram, so that next time we can help somebody who has the same issue this way. So as far as my knowledge goes, the usually if you think that this part is the PCM or ECM of the car, then let's forget about all the other wires that the the socket has. Maybe this is one socket, and this is the second socket that the car has, indicating many wires, say like this. And all we are concerned about is, say, two wires, for a engine coolant temperature sensor. Usually it has a circuit like this, two wires. Say for example, one wire is coming like this, and this is the engine coolant temperature sensor, and it has got another wire which goes back to the computer. Let's not worry about what we have here, and all that it is showing is it has got a high input. So the input now, if you draw the, this is how it will be in the on the computer. It has got some color 1, and this has got some color 2. Depending on the model or make, it will have colors of its own. So now all we need to do is how we want to help the mechanic who has got this code is just for the information sake, I will draw the actual circuit as to how it is in the car. So usually it is like this, as far as my knowledge goes, according to what I have studied. It has got internal resistance of some ohms, and it has got an ohm meter, sorry, a voltmeter connected internally. This is inside the computer, this is inside the PCM, and it has got engine coolant temperature sensor is nothing but a variable resistor, which is indicated this way, and the second wire goes to, this is wire 1 and this is wire 2, let us say, and then this goes to an earth inside the computer. All we need to worry is about these two wires. I asked the mechanic to say this is the sensor. I asked the mechanic to check the voltage here with a voltmeter, reading of the voltmeter, which is grounded here, and then check the voltage of the voltmeter here, which is grounded here. And the mechanic told me that when he checked this voltages, he had 0 volts here, okay, and then he had 0 volts here. Then I asked him to remove the socket, or this is the from back probing the wires. Then I asked him to remove the sockets, or remove the coolant temperature socket, then give me the voltages again. Then he told me, after removing this line I am drawing is, after removing it, he got same 0 volts here, and again he got 0 volts here. Then I knew that actually from the computer there will be a regulator which is from a 12 volt source inside the computer and grounded for that source to work, and then it gives a 5 volt reference voltage, that we call as reference voltage, and this 5 volts comes from here and it goes here. And when we have removed the connector and it is showing as 0 volts, then I have asked him to check the voltage at the computer with the socket removed. Then he told me he has got 5 volts here. This is a clear indication that this wire had open somewhere from here to here. So then I told him as to how we can check for a open in the circuit by taking the voltmeter. If this is the wire and if there is a break here, ask him to connect the, because he has got 5 volts here, for sure the computer is giving the reference voltage is right. And then I asked him to keep a voltmeter in the mega ohm scale, and then connect one lead to the wire and the other lead to the known good ground on the car. Then that should reach OL mega ohm. If this is what is there, then this wire is open, it is not shorted to anything on the car. Then since he had got 5 volts here, 5 volts reference voltage at the computer, so I asked him to check if there is any break in the wire. So when he checked the breakage in the wire, he found one breakage due to heat and vibration, I guess. And then I asked him to join the wires and then recheck the voltages. And once he has found the breakage here, he soldered it, and then he gave me the voltage once again according to my diagram as I have shown you earlier. So this would be the diagram that I have in my mind to explain. So, and now this is the sensor, this is the sensor. And then I asked him to check the voltages here and here again, the same 2 points with the sensors plugged in. And he got, now once the wire is rectified, the or the correction is made on the broken wire. Now he has got uh, 5 volts here, and then 0 volts here. So that indicates that the circuitry is good. And this is inside the computer, this is PCM, and this is internal resistor. And he got a regulator which gives him 5 volts. This is grounded, this is 12 volt supply inside the computer. So now he has got 5 volts here, and then 0 volts here. Then I asked him to remove the socket, and still he has got the same values. Sorry, he did not have 5 volts here. He has got some value, not 5 volts, some value, which should be the case. Say for example the 2.5 volts. And then once he removed the socket, he got 5 volts here and 0 volts here. There's a clear indication that the wire is broken, and now it is repaired. And this is all set. Now I ask him to remove the socket and then jump the wires. If this is the socket which has got 2 pins, I asked him to jump the 2 wires which has got 5 volts here and 0 volts here with a jumper wire. And then as soon as he jumped the wire, he immediately saw a change in the data stream values of here he got 0 volts in the scanner, which is a clear indication that the wiring integrity is good. And now since the wiring problem has been rectified, he started the engine and switched on the AC. Everything works well. So this is how I instruct, or I help my mechanic friends who call me about wiring issues when they have a code coming up and they do not understand. This is how I wanted service personnel at launch to help the mechanics as well. Hope this uh, helps many mechanics and the service personnel at launch. Thank you. I just forgot to add, after everything has been rectified, we have taken the readings again, or the scanner. We use the scanner to check for the codes again. And then let me go back and show you as to what we had earlier. So if I go back, then again for April 2020, I have the next shot, which is for the same vehicle, and fault code 0, and all the other modules that are equipped to the car are normal. So problem rectified, and he had his share of money and I had my share of money for helping him. Thank you.